As a long-time Rec Room player, whenever I come back to this game, I've always noticed that it just dies that little bit more. And I've always wondered why. Like, no matter what, I come back and there's always something different. Like, there's a new popular game, there's a completely different landscape of people playing it, different YouTubers and everything. Anyways, that's not the point. I think what confuses me the most about this game dying is the fact that when I was a kid, this game was like peak. Everyone was playing it. There was like such a good community and it looked like it was going down a really good path. Now coming back to revisit now, it's completely gone. And it makes me wonder, why isn't Rec Room the same as it used to be? And I think I finally figured out why that is. Now, after some time of thinking about this, I think there is 5 key reasons as to why Rec Room isn't the same as what it used to be. Let's start off with the obvious one. The heavy shift towards monetization in the game. Now, I understand the game is free. They're gonna have to put microtransactions in. That's just normal. Like, they need to make money somehow, otherwise the game isn't sustainable when it goes down. But the problem starts when they just start shoving it down your fucking throat. Like, they don't stop. It's like, oh, you should buy this. Do you want to buy Rec Room Plus? Give you 1,000 tokens a month for it. Like, it's just not worth it, and it's just always going to be there now. And a lot of people agree with me when I say this. It takes away from the original idea of Rec Room just being a community game where you make things and you have fun with them. Instead, there's just so many microtransactions just sprinkled everywhere. The second topic I think is important of note has got to be the shift towards the younger audience. And honestly, fair enough, because the game is just Roblox but with a different key idea. It's like Roblox VR, but that exists now, so now it feels like they're copying Roblox VR, even though this was like the first version of that. This is also a fact when you add in that mobile exists now for the game and non-VR players are becoming a lot more prominent. And yes, it keeps the game alive, but for a game that says you have to be 13 plus to play it and have voice chat on, I should not be hearing that many kids between the ages of 9 and like 12 screaming slurs at me over a video game. It's insane. And with also saying this, something I've also noticed is there's a lot more rules and moderation in modern day Rec Room to what there used to be. Now, I'm not actually sure how much of this like moderation strictness has been caused by the fact that the game has been targeted towards a younger audience now, but I feel like in a way sometimes it is good because it gets rid of those toxic younger players, but there's simply just not enough of it to account for every single one of them. Now, this is not me saying add more moderation, because that's the last thing I want. I feel like they need to find that balance between being strict and not as strict on the bans, where it's a fair, like a reasonable ban instead of just being banned for no reason. Another important thing to note is definitely the loss of community within the game. Like, this game used to be so tightly knit. Like, it was a really small little community and everyone was like, they didn't all know each other, but the people that were known to everyone, and that was what was so special about Rec Room. There was a time in this game when you could just go into the rec center and say, hey, have you seen the most recent Hairy Man Looks video? And people would be like, yeah, what did you think about it? And it's just not there anymore, because the way this game used to run is everyone would just know the same things because everyone would watch the same stuff. I just don't feel like that's there anymore, or maybe I just haven't seen it. My final point has got to be how poorly optimized the game is now and how many more glitches there are, especially when it comes to new releases of ROs and just the effort put into them as well. Look, as of right now, I haven't tried the new parkour game mode, so I can't give a proper review on that. And look, I love Rec Room and I love the games they make, and I know they put a lot of fucking effort into making these games. You see, I love Naked to Midnight and My Little Monsters, or whatever the fuck it's called, and Showdown was alright, Rec Rally was alright, but the problem is there just wasn't enough content, or the game mode was too short, or it was too repetitive, and there was just always that little problem with it. That alone just made them simply just underwhelming and less enjoyable than what I expected. Moving on to my other point about this glitching and stuff, there is definitely more bugs, and I've noticed my game has been crashing significantly more than what it used to. I've also found out that it is a lot harder for my computer to run, and 3 years ago it wasn't a problem, but now I just can't run it as well. I honestly just find confusing because I don't think the game's changed that much. In conclusion, I feel like Rec Room just needs to fix its game. This game is running really well at the moment, and I feel like it has at least another 5 and 10 years in it, because so far it's gone for about 9 and it's going fucking great. Just need to fix those few little bugs that the game has and it's gonna be fine. Is Rec Room in its current state a shell of its former self? Yes. Could it definitely be improved on? Yes. But no matter what, I'm always going to support the devs, because this is such a fun game to play sometimes. Even though it has its faults, every game does when you really think about it. I know the devs can fix the small problems that it actually has if they just think about it. Just think about it, guys, come on. Anyways, that's all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.